All right. Good evening. We are going to go ahead and get started. I am Ms. Pigazowski, the assistant principal here at Tallahassee School of Math and Science. Hi, Mr. McCovery. Good to see you. We are glad that you have joined us tonight for the fourth and last PVO meeting for this school year. As we close out the last 20-something days of school, we have a couple items we want to address with everyone. So again, if you are watching this, hi Ashley, if you are watching this virtually tonight live, or if you are watching this as a recording back on YouTube, either way, if you will make sure to click on the link, the Google Docs, to sign in tonight, staff, you too. We will be voting on a few things and we want to make sure we capture everyone. Also, we will be having some volunteer opportunities in the last month here of school, and we want to make sure that you get all of the information for that. So up first, we have some staff announcements before we get started. So I will start with our staff. I know many of them are all over the town right now at this point, but we will have you join in and share a couple things. Miss Otley, I know you needed to go first, so I will hand it over to you.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. It's nice to see everyone. I can kind of see you. I'm on my phone. Sorry about that. But I do have a couple of updates. Last week we did our second book fair for the year, and we actually normally only make around $3,000. Well, we don't make it, but we only have about $3,000 in sales, and we actually doubled that this year, so that it was about $7,000 in sales. So between the two, we had $15,000 in sales, which really we get 25% of that back to buy books for the media center and for the classroom. So I'm really excited about that. I will be hosting a summer reading academy for some of our third graders who just haven't quite gotten all of the reading skills mastered yet. And so I've already reached out to all of the parents about the invitation and when the hours would be and all of that. But it's a really great opportunity for some of our third graders to get a little bit more help with reading, because as we know in Florida, it's you have to be able to read at a certain level and pass the FSA with a certain level. And if they don't reach that, then we're looking at other routes we don't really want to go. So I'm really trying to push them a little bit more through summer school. And then the last thing on my list is I am helping with the 5th grade graduation. Our students have, they've been through a lot with COVID and everything else, the virtual learning and all of that. So I really wanted to kind of honor them. So I've had a couple of parents of the 5th graders reach out about decorating and providing some snacks and stuff for them. So if you are interested, you have a 5th grader and you're interested in helping me, just send me an email, because I'd love all the help I can get. And that is all for me, I think.
Thank you so much, Miss Otley. So again, if you are a parent of a 5th grader, Miss Otley will be sending out announcements again if you haven't already seen it about graduation. If you have any questions about graduation, if you want to help the day of graduation, her email is listed there. Please make sure to reach out to her, and thank you for Scholastic. All of that happening. Miss Otley and her team were amazing. So thank you again. And 3rd grade summer reading academy, if you received a notice and you have any questions about any of that, please make sure to reach out to Miss Otley. Thank you, Miss Otley. Also, Dr. Pitts, I know that she needs to run, so I wanted to go ahead and have Dr. Pitts share with everyone. So good evening.
Hello, I am here to talk about 8th grade graduation. So our 8th graders are going to be graduating on May 20th. That is a Friday. And the ceremony is going to be in our cafeteria. We are currently asking that students have a maximum of 2 visitors at the ceremony. And I will be sending out some more information about that through email and on social media. We are also going to be hosting an 8th grade field trip. We are going to Wild Adventures the day after graduation. So on May 21st, we are going to travel to Wild Adventures and celebrate our 8th graders.
Thank you, Dr. Pitts. And Dr. Pitts came up with the idea to help. Obviously, the PVO we've already been asked if we can help sponsor some of the children who need financial help for the field trip. But she also thought it would be fun to celebrate Earth Day tomorrow by asking everyone to wear green and bring in $1 to dress down. And so all that money that we raise tomorrow will go immediately to the 8th grade initiative to help with all of these things. So please, please, please send in $1 or more. It helps our students who financially may not be able to go on the field trip. Please send your kiddos in with green tomorrow and with $1 or more, and that'll help her fund. So thank you, Dr. Pitts. And again, 8th grade parents, if you're watching this live or you're watching a recording, if you have any questions about graduation, any of the things on the horizon, definitely reach out to Dr. Pitts. I've got her email listed here, and she would love to have your help the day of or any of the things. If you want to help volunteer, we would love to have you. Thank you, Dr. Pitts.
You're welcome. And also thank you so much to the PVO for agreeing to also help some of our 8th graders who would otherwise be unable to go on the field trip. We really, really appreciate all of your help so much. Thank you.
All right, up next, we've got Miss Arthman. She's got something pretty exciting to share with our families, something new that we will be hoping to really expand on next year. So I'm going to hand it over to Miss Arthman.
I needed to unmute myself first. Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. It's great to be here with you. I would like to announce that we have created a brand new program at TSMS. We will begin to offer the Air Force Civil Patrol Program. The new squadron's name is going to be Florida 827, and we are very excited to start marketing our program and recruiting not only students, but parents. We need parents as potential senior members. And we need to do this before the beginning of the school year. So we will begin recruiting before we end on May 25th. The Civil Air Patrol, for those of you who have not heard about it, it is also known as CAP, and it focuses on airspace education, and it includes a few tracks. One of the tracks is STEM. The membership for the organization consists of cadets, ranging from ages 12 to just under 21 years of age. And senior members will be any adult 18 and up. So we are looking forward to having a few parents join us so we can train our cadets well. Nationwide, CAP is operating a single engine aviation aircraft, and it executes missions, including orientation flights for cadets. And believe it or not, it provides significant emergency services capabilities for the area of Tallahassee and most of the part of Northwest Florida. Because of these intensive flying opportunities, many of our CAP members actually become licensed pilots. So as you can see, we are very, very excited about this. This is going to provide an incredible opportunity for a lot of our kids for many years to come. If you're interested in either becoming a senior member, please reach out to me or Ms. Diolio. Or if you would like for your student to join our cadet program, please reach out to either one of the two of us. And I do want to say thank you to Ms. Diolio for putting all this together. This has been a lot of work. She did the research. She contacted everyone. So thank you, Ms. Diolio. And to Mr. Temeo and Ms. Pego for supporting us on bringing this to TSMS. Thank you, everyone, and good evening.
Ms. Arthman. So again, we are excited about this program coming to TSMS. And if you have any interest in volunteering or any questions about it, again, we've got Ms. Arthman's email listed. Also, Ms. Diolio will be helping with this initiative. Up next, we've got some information from Mr. Frumke. So Mr. Frumke, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Good evening, everybody. I want to make an update on our Title I status. Actually, there's some breaking news tonight. Mr. Tamil just heard from the Title I office that our plan for next year has been approved, and our allotment of funds next year should be higher than it's been. It's not definite, but it should be as much as maybe 100,000 higher. So as usual, we'll use those funds to hire paraprofessionals and a resource teacher who can provide small group instruction to help students bridge the achievement gap. Along with this, we are developing our parent and family engagement plan, which we've been working on since February. Back then, we sent home feedback forms, got that input from parents, and then we drafted our plan, which we also sent out to parents in March, and also to the Title I office, and got additional feedback from everybody. So we now have a draft that we're happy with. The parent and family engagement plan basically outlines all of our Title I activities for the next school year. So one thing we need to do tonight is approve it. So Ms. Pago has included information on the sign-in sheet on how to do that. Ms. Pago?
I'm here. So I've got in the sign-in sheet, there's just a place where they can approve or not approve that information that was emailed to our family. So if you have not yet, make sure to take the time to sign in and go ahead and submit those entries. So thank you. Anything else, Mr. Frumke?
Well, we did have our Title I STEM night, mobile STEM night on, I think it was March 22nd. It was really nice. It went that well. We had about 40 people, parents and students, and it was fun.
Awesome. Thank you for setting that up. Anything new with the garden you want to share with any of our families? What's been going on since the last semester?
Yes, we planted the first grade and second grade planted in the garden a few weeks ago, and the butterfly garden's been refurbished and hopefully will be growing in soon. And we just heard from the Leon County Library, who's doing a whole program on pollinators, which are butterflies and bees. And we're trying to arrange them to come in May 9th through 13th to work with our kindergarten and first graders. So there you go.
Thank you, Mr. Frumke. We don't get to tell you enough all that you do out there with the garden. So I know we love to see the smiling faces and all of them out there. It is a beautiful sight to be seen in the spring. So thank you for all of that. So again, if you have not, make sure to check those questions. Thank you, Frumke, in the sign-in sheet. All right, I'm going to hand it over to Mr. McCovery, our social studies lead.
Hello, everybody. How you doing today? Hope everything's good. Today we would like to talk about the Civics EOC, which is coming up. I've placed a lot of the essential example and sample materials on the the TSMS Connect account for the classes, and also we'll be making another page for everyone else to be able to see with easy access. Hope y'all have a good evening.
Thank you, Mr. McCovery. Sounds like you are at the ball fields. So if your student is a 7th grader, I know we've talked about 5th grade graduation, we've talked about 8th grade graduation. If your student is a 7th grader, they will be taking the Civics EOC this year. So we are about a month, less than a month away from that assessment. So there are some wonderful opportunities for those students with Mr. McCovery. Weekend studies, I saw he was making pancakes with the kids recently over the weekend while they were studying. If you are a 7th grade parent, make sure to reach out to Mr. McCovery if you have any questions about preparing for that Civics EOC. Thank you, McCovery. All right, up next, we've got Miss Leon representing the kindergarten team. Miss Leon.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, I'm Miss Leon. I'm a kindergarten teacher at TSMS. We have our kindergarten graduation coming up on May 23rd. It's going to be in the cafeteria at 8:30. We are only limited to 2 guests coming per child. The kids are able to wear their uniform, or they may dress up in their Sunday best. So if you have any more questions, please reach out to me or any of the other kindergarten teachers. And the kindergarten teachers should have posted it on their class dojos as well.
Wonderful. Thank you, Miss Leon. I know you are at dance practice. So again, if you are a kindergarten parent, we do have our kindergarten graduation coming up. If you would like to volunteer or assist with any of the things going on that day, maybe even decorations, any of those items, we would love to have your help. You can email your kindergarten teacher, Miss Leon. I know she was just on, but I listed her email. Otherwise, you can reach out to them about sending in, I think there were baby photos, if I was correct, for that one. So make sure to get that in. Thank you, Miss Leon. Miss Lloyd, are you there? I don't know if I saw her able to get on. Miss Lloyd was going to talk about the spring concerts, and she'll be sending information to our families via dojo or email, so keep an eye out for that. Also, our talent show is tomorrow, so I think she was going to say something about that for our performers and what time it is. If you have any questions about it, please make sure to email her. I've got her email listed here. I do see Miss Carpenter, so Miss Carpenter, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Okay. Oh, there I am. Hello, everyone. I am just here to talk about the yearbook. Our yearbook has been submitted, and we are excited for it to come in at the end of May. Yearbooks are currently for pre-order sale right now. They are $23. If you go to yearbookforever.com, you can search our school online and order your book there so that your student is guaranteed to have a book when they come in. You can wait until they come in, and I will announce to everyone via Dojo and all of our resources and things like that. But we'll see how many extras we have in those we can sell as they arrive. But there's no guarantee that everyone will be able to get one at that time. So go ahead and pre-order yours now so you can make sure your student has your book. Again, it's yearbookforever.com, and you just search our school on there. It's super, super easy to do. I also have a separate announcement that's specific to our art program. We are doing another Art to Remember fundraiser this spring. We did it last year in the fall semester. Students worked really hard in January and February to create a beautiful work of art, and we sent them into the company Art to Remember, and they will upload them to our system, and families and friends can purchase their art prints on all kinds of cool things like mugs and water bottles and t-shirts and stickers and magnets and all kinds of beautiful things. There's over 60 products, and a lot of them are under $15 or $20. We get a really big portion of the proceeds that get spent on that to come back to the art program. And so you can go, I just shared a link on Dojo this afternoon, and our paper order forms will be coming in the mail probably on Monday. So those will be going home with your students as well. And you can go check out their beautiful artwork online. I was so impressed with the quality of all the products and everything we got last year. I'm really excited that we get to be doing this again, even though it's a little bit in the crunch of the end of the school year. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Art to Remember fundraiser going on, and buy your yearbook. Thanks.
Awesome. It is so cute when those items come in. So again, they take, your students' drawings and just turn it into the most fun things. So please look for an announcement from Miss Carpenter about that. And again, the yearbook, your kids want one. I promise you that last week, those half days, it's so much fun to have the yearbook and have your friends sign them. So you can go ahead and have that ready, good to go by just clicking on the link on the agenda. Awesome. Thank you, Ms. Carpenter. I think that was it for our staff. Let me make sure. Mr. Tamel, I see that you are on. Did you want to say anything to our families? I don't know if you have video or even sound right now, but you there? Nope. Okay, we will move on. Stevie Shannon, our president of PVO. I'm going to hand it over to you. She's going to share a couple things on the horizon as we finish out the school year.
Good evening. Yeah, so we are doing pretty good. We're at $6,600. We've had quite a few spirit nights and fundraisers, as you can see from the agenda. If you actually got it, I don't know if it's just me, we actually raised $1,800 with our Lucky Goat fundraiser in October. And I'm sure everybody knows we have one going on now. We just turned in orders, so we're not sure what profit we've actually got. And Skate World, that was a really good one. We got $658 just for going to have fun with our kids. District 850, we really don't know what we've done since that one just happened. And then in May, I think it was actually the last day of school, we are having Kona Ice come out. And they actually will write a check for, I believe it was 20% of all sales to the school before they leave. So that's just another fun way for the kids and the teachers while raising money. We want to remind everybody about virtual box tops. It's really easy. Just download the app, pick the school, and scan your receipts. Most people usually keep them. If you don't, try to scan it before you throw it away. Help us out. And last, don't forget about Amazon Smile. Everybody shops on Amazon. The only difference is you have to save the school in there for your charity and go to smile.amazon.com, and they actually will donate. I know we've had money come in. It hasn't been quite a lot, but Ms. Pago, can you tell us about how much maybe the school's received so far?
Yeah, actually so far this year it was around $500. So it's doing pretty well. And every time you purchase something on Amazon, it'll tell you there's certain items that go towards it, but it credits to TSMS. So it's a quick thing. And all we know is all of a sudden there's a donation coming in on Amazon. So if you have not added Amazon Smile to your app, it costs you nothing. And it just keeps donating to your school of choice. In this case, it's very welcomed. I think it's something we need to push a little more next year, maybe even during orientation, is making sure our families are connected to Amazon Smile. So very successful. All right, anything else, Stevie?
No, that is all. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So our last thing is that we will have Kona Ice come out the last day of school as a fun little celebration. So we will be asking parents to send in a few dollars so that we can just enjoy everyone on that last day of school. All right, Dr. Oliver, I do see you on the line. Do you have anything to share with the group? I know you were looking into the backpacks initiative that maybe we can start next year. Do you want to share a little bit about that, and then how we're hoping to get that going?
Yes, good evening, everybody. So Stuff the Backpack is an initiative where students are sent home on Fridays with non-perishable items that they can take home over the weekend to ensure that I guess it addresses the food insecurity issue that so many of our families might be facing. And it was an initiative that was once upon a time funded through USDA. I have learned in my research that that's undergone some changes as of the last year and a half. Don't know whether it's pandemic related or not, as so many other things have been affected by that. But I got a call into Big Bend Harvest. They are renaming and rebranding the program, but it'll essentially do the same thing. So I hopefully will have a little bit more in the way of definitive information to pass on that I hope will be available for our families that can be shared during orientation as we go into next year.
Thank you so much. I think that would be wonderful. I do not see Morton on the line, but Miss Morton, she has been with us for several years, and to tag on to that initiative, she started the TSMS uniform swap here. It's something that has provided many families an opportunity to come bring and not have to buy, but to trade out some uniform pieces. I know that's been very beneficial for our school, and we're hoping to continue that as well. So if we can connect those two things together, we're going to continue to help all of our families here at TSMS. What a wonderful thing to do. So I'm excited about that initiative, Dr. Oliver, and I hope we can get the ball rolling for that. So thank you. Miss Johnson, are you here? If she is not, I will jump in. Miss Johnson, our registrar, also serves on our PVO board. I just wanted to remind you, if you have any siblings that are looking to come to TSMS next year, if you have not applied for them in the 22-23 school year, please make sure you reach out to her this week, Again, you may be watching this live or you may be watching this via YouTube recording, but if you do have any siblings, please make sure and know that we do need an application for that. She also put the PVO email, so throughout the year, if you have any questions or anything in general, our PVO email goes directly to our PVO board members so they can answer any questions. And again, if you haven't signed in yet, make sure to do so, staff, family members, before you leave. Ms. Morton, okay, so she was going to share Teacher Appreciation Week is on the horizon. We have many fun surprises in store, but we need our families. We need volunteers. We essentially every single day that week will need some helping hands. So if you are able to, it can be a morning shift or maybe in the afternoon. If you look at the agenda, every single day we could use some extra help and kind of see if any of them fit into your schedule. We would love to have you here. We will be hosting, we always host a big breakfast and a big lunch spread. And again, we could use your help with the other items. In March, we did a Publix catered meal. It was just nice to be able to provide that to the staff. And then recently in April, PVO gave every staff member an umbrella, which was perfect because the last few weeks up until now has been nothing but rain in the morning and the afternoon. And our staff are working very hard to make sure that our students get to and from school very safely. Dismissal and drop off often are the times that it rains. So it was very appreciated and we are thankful for those gifts. Also, if you have or happen to know of a company or maybe in your office, you just happen to have items that you could sponsor or give to teachers. We have 80 staff members, 80 mailboxes, and it's lovely to just leave a little gift in the mailbox. So if you're interested in hosting or representing any of that, you can sign up on that link that's in the agenda meeting for Teacher Appreciation. All right, lastly, we're gonna wrap this up. A few things. We've got the peanut butter and jelly drive that is put on by WCTV and the Second Harvest. And we always have a strong showing for that. Tomorrow is the last day. Tomorrow being the April 22nd, in case you're watching this recording. Send in a plastic peanut butter and jelly jars. And again, we will be contributing that. So if you have any, please send them in tomorrow. Also tomorrow, as a reminder, I know Dr. Pitts for the Earth Day. So send in your students with $1 or more to help with the 8th grade fundraiser. And we are asking for our students to wear green for Earth Day tomorrow. Reminder that the last 3 days of school, there are no EDP. These are half days. We haven't had half days in quite a while. So please be reminded that May 23rd, 24th, and 25th, that these are half days. We will start dismissal at noon and we'll run until 12:30-ish. So make sure those days you've got that down so you can head over and pick up your kiddos. We also have buses still running, but EDP will not be going on those days. If you have lost a jacket, we've got a nice, wonderful rack outside every single morning and afternoon. Any jacket that has its name on it, we're making sure that students are getting those jackets back. Now that it's getting a little warmer, we're not seeing as many jackets, but we do have a whole rack full of jackets that have no names on them. So if your student is missing a jacket, they're out front, please make sure to check those and see if any of them belong to you. Also, a few last reminder is, of course, we have state testing. State testing will resume again on May 3rd. So May 3rd all the way up until May 18th, we have, which is essentially the last 7 days of school, we have state testing. So it's really important that your students that are in grades 3 through 8 are here by 8 a.m. on those state testing days so that we can get started each day. If for whatever reason you have something that comes up or if you need to go out of town, please make sure to check with the front office and let us know so we can make sure that those are not on the assessment days. And the assessments we have left are ELA, math, science for 5th and 8th grade. 7th grade, we've got that civics. So all of those assessments are here on the horizon. And I think that's it for me. Apparently, Ms. Leon let us know that today is National Kindergarten Day. So we want to thank our kindergarten teachers and all that they do for our students. We know it takes a big, big heart to do what you do. So thank you to our kindergarten teachers for all they do. All right, well, if you have any questions, you can send me a message in the chat box. Again, to everyone, if you're watching this, please make sure to sign in and we will talk to you soon. If you need anything, all our emails are listed and we will go from there. Have a great night. Thank you for joining us. Bye.